Recap. During Christmas in New York, I, a very famous singer, have a comic and chaotic first meeting with a woman who spends all her time between books in a small bookstore. After several misunderstandings, paparazzi, spilled coffee, and mistaken identity, we slowly learn about each other. She grounds me. I bring music back into her quieter world. We face a moment of doubt when my public life threatens what we've built, but honesty and small acts of care draw us closer. In the end, beneath snow and twinkling lights, we admit our love and become a couple. Chapter 1. The Snow, the Song, and the Spill. I never expected that a cold December afternoon in New York would feel like the opening line of a love song I hadn't yet written. The city glittered with holiday lights, taxis hummed like a chorus, and my winter coat still smelled faintly of perfume from a last-minute interview. Fame teaches you how to move through crowds, how to smile at flashes of cameras, and how to keep your private world small and guarded. I was supposed to be on my way to rehearse, but a wrong turn and a yearning for a quiet block led me to a narrow street lined with small shops. The little bookstore was almost hidden, a warm window glow against the chill. I pushed the door open, expecting the usual hush and the scent of old paper. Instead, I walked straight into a tangle of arms and a spilled cup of coffee. My designer shoes slid. The coffee arced like a bad note in a melody and came to rest on the hem of a woman's coat. She looked up at me, eyes wide, hair pinned back with a pen, a paperback clutched to her chest. "I'm so sorry," I said, voice raw from habit and worry. Her expression was a mix of shock and amusement. That first exchange set the tone. Clumsy, public, and strangely honest. Chapter 2. Between Shelves and Headlines. My name had a lot of baggage. Headlines, rumors, a loyal but noisy fan base. For someone who'd learned to live with that noise, meeting someone who lived in silence was disorienting. She introduced herself as Claire. She spent her days between shelves, indexing futures and paperback covers, and laughing at my attempt to name obscure poets. Claire loved characters more than people at first glance, and she preferred the company of books to small talk. Our next encounters were awkward in the best way. I tried to slide into normal life. I bought the wrong book, joined the wrong conversation, and once accidentally signed an autograph in a book she was reading like it was a program. The press took notice. A tabloid drove a story about a secret bookshop romance, and suddenly my quiet strolls became fodder for gossip columns. Claire feared the glare of my world. I feared losing her to it. Yet we found small refuges. A cafe where the barista ignored my name, a back room at the shop where the owner would let us talk. I learned to listen in a new way, and she let music into her vocabulary one shy note at a time. Chapter 3. Laughter, mistakes, and songs shared. Comedy kept finding us. We misread each other's intentions, mixed up books and playlists, and laughed until we cried. Once, I mistook a manuscript for a fan letter and read a passage aloud in the street. Another time, she left a note in my jacket pocket, a quote from a novel about courage. Those small, silly things built trust. I played her a song the night. She said she wanted to hear what my real voice sounded like, not the one on stages. It was just me, a guitar, and a melody about late snow and safe places. She cried quietly, not out of shock, but from recognition. My song had become mirror to a feeling she had kept hidden. In return, she introduced me to a book that changed how I saw my life. A simple story of ordinary choices that became extraordinary when made together. We learned to accept jokes and apologies, to forgive spilled coffee and flubbed lines. Love, we discovered, often began with a laugh. Chapter 4. The Storm Outside and the Storm Within. Not all stories move smoothly. A misprinted headline suggested I was using Claire for publicity. A misguided photo of us leaving the bookstore took on a life beyond the image. Her trust flickered under doubt. She questioned whether our shared moments were real or staged. I tried to explain the truth, how small acts mattered more than cameras, but words felt thin. There was a night when I sat on a bench outside the theater, the city around me like an indifferent audience. I thought about walking away, letting fame be the reason. But something steadied me. Not the press, but the memory of her hand gripping mine in the back room and how she hummed the bridge of my song as if it were an old lullaby. I decided to fight for what felt honest. I went back to her, empty of announcements and full of apology. In the aisle between travel guides and poetry, we spoke the kind of truth that mends doubt. Small promises, no big declarations, only the pledge to be present. Chapter 5. Snow, confession, and a simple yes. Christmas Eve arrived like a final chorus. Snow softened the city and muffled the usual clamor. I invited Claire up to a quiet rooftop where I once found clarity between shows. The skyline glittered. The lights were smaller, more tender. I didn't have a ring or a plan for grand romance. I had a song I had been working on since our first spill and a heart that had grown used to her presence. I sang the song for her, every honest line about learning to be open, about finding a home in someone else's ordinary moments. As the final chord faded, her face was wet with tears of laughter and joy. She didn't need a speech. She reached for my hand, and in that grasp, I felt the answer. She said yes, not to a future scripted by tabloids, but to the slow, patient work of being together. It wasn't fireworks or a staged finale. It was two people choosing each other under a gentle snowfall. Chapter 6. A new quiet in the applause. In the weeks that followed, we learned how to fit fame around quiet moments instead of the other way around. She came to small gigs where the stage felt less like a barrier and more like a place to share a private song with the world. I learned to love ordinary mornings with her, reading beside her on the couch, carrying home new books, sighing over scarves. The public eventually settled into a kinder rhythm. Fans respected the sincerity between us, and the press found less to dramatize. There was a night when I called Claire onto the stage, not for spectacle, but to let the world see the person who had taught me to be brave. She laughed, waved awkwardly, then settled beside me. The crowd cheered, not because of celebrity, but because people love to witness something real. Under city lights and real applause, we walked home hand in hand through the snow, two ordinary people who had become a couple in a season that favors magic but rewards truth. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, give the video a like, leave a comment with your favorite moment, and share the video with friends who love holiday romances.